What's going on, everyone? This is the Stranger again, and this time I am bringing you a free-for-all on, I guess WMB is what it's called, Weapons of Mass Destruction, or Train Passes By, as some call it. I'm bringing you this video for two reasons: to give y'all some tips for free-for-all, and to also show you a video where I am not camping. Had some comments on a couple of the other videos and people wanted to see me not sit in one building, and that's fine, so I decided to pick up an SMG and run around instead. Anyway, having a little trouble getting a kill off here in the start, but finally get my rhythm down. Anyway, yeah, so let's start. There are several things that you're probably going to want if you're going to play free-for-all. It's a little different than other game types, so let's start with that. You're going to want to pick the right class. So things like a silencer are almost essential. I guess you don't need a silencer. There's other ways you can do it. It's probably better, though, more times than not, to use a silencer, because everyone has their own radar. You don't just have a group of people on one side of the map coming after you. You have an entirety of 6 people, I believe, who want to kill you, and they will all see that little blip come up. So that's probably a good idea to run a silencer. As for perks, I would probably recommend Ghost in most instances, just because, not in this game, but in a lot of free-for-all games, you see UAV pop up a lot. Everyone's going to have their own UAV, and you will again be hunted down like a dog. So Ghost might not be a bad idea. I chose to run hardline in this game. I didn't really necessarily expect, not that I was cocky, but I didn't really expect anyone to get a whole bunch of UAVs. So I just went with that. And then for your middle perk, sleight of hand might be a good choice, just because you might run into a lot of people and get surprised every now and then. So I would recommend that too. But I mean, if you have to have that, if you want to run silencer, but you have to have that sight too. I mean, the iron sights are pretty good, but you can run the warlord too, I guess.
Spy planes are ready for deployment.
Anyway, another good idea. You're gonna want to know the maps, mainly because these maps are a lot bigger than other COD games in the past. At least the bulk of them are bigger. So you're gonna want to know the maps. You're gonna want to know where people camp, because there will be camping. As you saw, that guy was literally just sitting in a corner, on one knee, waiting for someone to pass. It's ridiculous, but it happens. So you're going to want to know the maps really well. It's going to be important also. Also, like I was saying, the maps are big. You're going to want to move around for sure.
spotted in your area.
I mean, there's only 6 people on the map, so it's going to be a little bit harder to find people. Also, though, I mean, a lot of times, like, people don't move around in team deathmatch because they get picked off around every corner. That's not going to happen as much because there are less people, so you can have that freedom to move around a little bit. Also, for my third perk, I chose to use Hacker, because a lot of times you're going to run into buildings and you just get killed by claymores and stuff like that. That's never fun, always frustrating. So it also gives you a good idea of where people might be. So I'm like, oh, hey, check out this SAM turret over here. Big ol' flashing box. Probably someone over here.
Spotted in your area.
So those are some good tips. Now, probably one of the bigger deals. You're gonna want to pick the right kill streaks, and I'm gonna fast forward this part because it definitely gets a little slow here. All right, get that guy. So yeah, pick the right kill streaks. You can actually do a lot with kill streaks on free-for-all. Some things to think about. Okay, you're probably going to want something to make people visible. Again, people are going to be camping like crazy. I mean, this was a really long game. I got my last kill at the very end, I think. So making people visible would be awesome. I'm running both UAV and Blackbird, but I don't think you necessarily need both. However, I would recommend running a lower kill streak. It's nice to have one where you can just get on that, 2 to 4 kill area. Really makes things easier. And then have some maybe higher goals for later on. Look at this claymore. Who puts a claymore against the wall right there? I don't know. But whatever. It got the kill, so it worked. Can't hate on that. Anyway, so yeah. kill streaks to make others visible. Good idea. Second of all, you're going to want kill streaks to possibly hurt others and their kill streaks. So like UAV jammer, an amazing idea. You're literally jamming all of your competition. It doesn't jam just one person, it jams everyone. So that's a really good idea. You'll see a lot of the better players doing that. And I'm going to also fast forward through this chopper gunner. It's chopper gunner, but all I say is. And then lastly, which is what I do with my final kill streak, which is maybe what you want for one of your higher goals or one of your middle goals. Like napalm strike, getting one of those every 4 kills with hardline, that'd be sick. So maybe run that. But I chose for mine to really hurt others. I chose my chopper gunner. So I get visibility every 2 kills, which is awesome. And then if I really get up there, I can see where everyone is at all times with the Blackbird. And then with the chopper gunner, that's to really separate myself from the rest of the competition. That's a good idea to do. Anyway, look at this Claymore too. That guy, I mean, I guess he's the Claymore god. He just knows where I'm gonna run to. And the sad part about it is I have hacker on. How do I not see those? It's really embarrassing. I love Nova Gas. I don't think it's necessarily as beneficial as stun grenades or flash grenades are, but it is a lot of fun. And when you do hit people, they're down for the count. They're not going to be causing any more trouble. Just pop a nade in there with them or something like that. I wish I could use Scavenger with it. I think you need Scavenger Pro to get special grenades, but that'd be sick because you only get one, and usually I end up wasting it on some random let's see how much time I have left. Not a whole lot, but yeah. Another thing, guys, don't be camping for whatever reason. People just think camping is the epitome, the ultimate sin in COD, okay? Just because you're camping in a certain way does not mean you're bad. Okay, and you gotta understand, your main priority should always be, I need to play for the objective, okay? In a game of TDM, what is the objective? The objective is to get kills, okay? It's gonna be a lot easier to get those kills if you patrol an area rather than running around a map. That's just fact, okay? Also, a part of your objective in TDM, don't die. So many last stand people, it's ridiculous. Don't die, okay? That's what gives the other enemy points, okay? You wouldn't, on capture the flag, you wouldn't leave your flag wide open for others to take. No, you would guard it, okay? So in the same way, you want to guard from the other team getting points. How do you do that? By not dying. So camping is a good idea, obviously. I got some comments and they were like, oh, you camp. Yeah, it's team deathmatch. If I played Search, I wouldn't. Unless I was on defense, but you get my point, guys. Anyway, let's see, I think I went 30-5, not bad, not great, but not bad, so yeah, Stranger, and I'm signing out. Have a good one, guys.